sis. My name is Ashley. Thank you for tuning in to Dollars and Cents on the Line. Today is episode 2 of the Filmpreneur series. I am so excited to bring you guys more information. If you have not seen episode 1, I need you to go ahead and watch that first. Click on the card, sis. You got to watch that one first. That's mandatory because that is going to get you in the right mindset and get your brain going. So once you go ahead and get your brain working, now you can watch episode 2 so we can get in some physical labor, because right now you probably been missing sleep. If you really about it, you probably been missing sleep. You're so excited, honey. Your mind is going. You're ready to delve in. You're ready to leave a good job in the city, working for the man every night and day, and not lose 1 minute of sleep thinking about what might have been. But I need you to stop, because today we're going to put in some physical labor. We're going to get physical, and we're going to see if you're really about that life, okay? So today I'm in between work shifts right now, y'all. I'm slumming it. Look at me, honey. Look. But natural beauty shining through, honey. Extraordinary is our every day. I thought this was a suitable shirt for today. And because what? You are extraordinary, and extraordinary is our everyday. We're going to put in work. We're going to become bosses. That's what I'm talking about. So after you watch the first episode, like I said, you're probably like boggled. You don't know where to start. You're so excited. You got all these ideas. Now, so in order to make this video not so long, I'm just going to probably focus on one thing. Which for me, when I got all excited and I was losing sleep and about this new venture that I'm going on, which is creating a cosmetics line, I was losing sleep, y'all. I could not sleep. I wanted to be up all the time, just working. I had that desire, baby. It was pumping and flowing through my veins. I couldn't put my mind to rest. And I'm still buzzing off of that a little bit. I still can't get the sleep that I need, because I'm just like, yes, I'm ready to go. And you need that fire, sis. Do not dampen that fire. Try to keep that creative flow going. So what I did was, first of all, think about people that inspire you doing what it is that you're wanting to do. If you don't have anybody that you already know about, most people will already have somebody that they've seen that inspired them to even put the thought in their head. But if you don't, look around, find somebody that is doing it. Find another boss babe that's shutting it down, in your opinion, that you admire, okay? Check out their products, check out their pricing, check out their customer reviews, check out how they're promoting it. Just look at everything as a whole. Look at everything as a whole, right? Okay, then what I want you to do is to shop around. I want you to start looking at vendors and places where you can get your product and see how much it's going to cost you to run this business. Because once you can kind of get a ballpark of how much it's going to cost you to run the business, then it just gives you more of a foundation. You can see how much money you need to earn. You can see how much you possibly may need to sell your product for. All those things that I was mentioning in the first video about how you have to factor in how much everything costs you so that you can make sure that you get a profit and you're able to continue running your business. So if it's important to you like it is to me to be affordable for customers, then this is definitely an important piece, because you need to be able to see if there's any way you can make it more affordable for your customer. So that involves a lot of research. Like I told you in the first video, I researched, contacted, I can't eat countless numbers of vendors to be able to get what I wanted. And I eventually got what I wanted. I was so happy. You get to the point where you feel like you want to just give up and break down, because you're like, I can't find this. Where is my vendor? I know all these people out here doing this, they, and their price points, what they're selling it for, they had to find themselves a good vendor from somewhere, and not somebody who wants to charge you an arm and a leg, okay? Or somebody who wants you to get 12,000 items of a product, okay? And you're just starting out as a small business. But, so, the last vendor, or second to last vendor that I contacted had the right price point. And I was like, thank you. They didn't change it after I contacted them and all of that. So I was very grateful of that. And so, I was on my way. Now, I write in notebooks. Like, I get down in the detail about how much, like, I write down different vendors, how much they charge, the shipping, like the total, like everything. I mean, I write down so I can have a comparison kind of chart basically, or see where I could possibly, like, if something falls through with one vendor, then I can go in here and look and be like, okay, who did I talk to before, who was charging this much for it, or said that they could do this or they could do that. I can just go back in here and reference it. I also, like, when I felt like I wanted to go with a vendor, I wrote down how much they would charge me, how much other things would be in order for me to be able to get a complete product to sell. And then I figured out, okay, so this is how much I would need to sell this item for to break even. If I wanted to get this much of a profit, this is how much I would have to sell it for. I considered, if I want to put on a sale, how much of a sale could I put on? 25%, 50%, what can I do and still come out on top and still be able to run my business? I thought about all of that. I wrote all of that down. I didn't just, I'm saying I thought about it, but when I say I thought about something, I'm saying I wrote it down. Like, I put it in black and white, blue and white, whatever. But I wrote it down because it just makes it more real, and it makes it where you have a reference. So I would definitely recommend, I mean, to me, it's a must to write things down or either type it out on the computer. So what I'm going to talk about in this video, to keep it kind of short, is I'm going to show you different places where you can get vendors and tell you some things to look for, tell you some things to avoid when looking for them. So let's go ahead and get into it. Let me open up my computer here. Okay, so first I want to tell you that Google is your best friend. My motto is, if mother doesn't know, ask Google, okay? Because you can get all the answers you need from Google. Okay, so whatever you're trying to sell, I would recommend that you go on Google and you type in whatever it is that you're trying to sell with the word vendors. So if you're trying to sell clothing, type in clothing vendors, see what you come up with. Click around. You may have to go through, let's see how many pages it is. More than 10 pages. You may have to go through more than 10 pages to find your vendor. But if you're serious about it, you'll put in that work and you'll make it happen. There are definitely some good vendors out there. There's definitely some bad vendors out there. I can't tell you which ones are good, which ones are bad. You just have to kind of go through it and find out yourself, and be careful and pay attention. Ask the questions that you need answered, and don't go forward with one if they don't give you the answers that you need. But if you want to condense it down some, you can go to Alibaba.com, and most of the vendors on here are over in China. But this is a good place. Most people get their product from Alibaba.com. So right here it says products. What are you looking for? Whatever you're looking to sell, you can type it in. If it's apparel, you can click on apparel right here. Then we'll break it down for you some more. So say you're wanting to buy some women's blouses and tops. Let's go ahead and click on that. You can start seeing product right off the bat. And it tells you on here, for one piece, it tells you how much it costs. And it tells you how much you have to get as a minimum order. So this shirt is $10 to $13 a piece. You have to buy 50 of them at one time at least. Okay. Let's click on it. You can see better pictures of it, more detailed pictures. It breaks it down even further for you. So if you get 50 to 199 pieces, it's going to cost you $13 a piece for each of these shirts. If you get between this range, it's going to cost you that much. If you get greater than or equal to 600 pieces, it's going to cost you that much. You can see the different sizes you can get, and you can contact the supplier if you have further questions, or if you want to ask them, is this really truly the price, which I would recommend, because what I have found out on Alibaba.com is that most of these vendors just put up prices to get you to contact them, and then when you contact them, they want to tell you something different. So those type of vendors I do not trust, and I do not recommend ordering from, because I just don't like that type of bait and switch type of tactic, and that's bad business to me. But you can see what their company is called, how long they've been on here, where they're located. You can see if they're verified, if they have trade assurance, which is basically when you purchase from them and they're trying to contact me, will send because I'm on their page. Some of them have that set up. You can just click off of it. But trade assurance is basically like if you purchase from them and something goes wrong, you can try to get your money back. You can see what their rating is from customers. So they have a 5 out of 5, very satisfied, and that's from 10 reviews. And you can see the breakdown of it. Of course, it's all 5 stars because they have a 5 out of 5. You can see their transaction level. So they have 51 transactions in the past 6 months. When you hover over it, it'll tell you more information. Um, their response time, they respond in less than 24 hours. Their response rate, they respond to about 85.4% of the people that contact them. You can see their top 3 markets and things like that. You can go to their company profile, which I would recommend, get some more information about them. And as soon as my page wants to unfreeze, we can go further with this. And if you want to see the reviews, you can click on where it says very satisfied or whatever it may say. It will take you to the ratings and reviews, load them up for you, and you will be able to see what people have been saying and some pictures of things that they've bought. Which I definitely recommend. I don't purchase from anybody without going to their profile, without looking at their ratings and reviews and actually reading them and seeing what people have to say, because previous customers will definitely give you a heads up on if you want to deal with a supplier. So somebody says that they're very professional, they have fast shipment, they're willing to help with small order customers, that the product came exactly as they wanted. I mean, all of this is good things to know. So let's exit out of there. Let's go to, I won't click on contact supplier because if you scroll down, if you're looking at the website, the contact form will come up right here. So you can write your message to them. It tells you who you'll be talking to. You can tell them how many pieces you're wanting, and they should get back with you, but they only get back to 85.4% of the people that contact them, so maybe they won't. If they don't, move on. That means they're not meant to be. Don't waste your time trying to hound down suppliers, because you need to think about if they're not responding to you right now, just imagine when they get your money. Or just imagine when you have customers dependent on the product and you need to order or you need to ask them a question and they're not responding in a timely manner. That is not good for your business. So don't even waste your time with them. Yes. So shop around. What one supplier is selling, there's probably hundreds of others selling it. So definitely shop around. If you see a product that you really really like and you feel like you must have, don't just settle for the first one that you see. Try to find it for cheap. Still the same great quality, same great customer service and all of that. They're not trying to make as much of a profit off of you. Keep looking around. That's what I did. That's what I do. And it pays off for me. On Alibaba.com, you can also submit an RFQ, which is like a message that's sent out to basically all the sellers, and they can respond to you if you're looking for something in particular. You can say that you're looking for that, and they'll respond back to you. To me, I haven't had any success with that. I think I've had some people contact me back about it, but it wasn't what I needed. So if I had any, I don't even think I had anybody respond. So I don't find it useful myself, but they always want you to do that. They always recommend it for some reason. Like, see, customize your request and get multiple quotes. This is what this is right here that they have popped up. And you can send out a message to different, like all the sellers on here, and they can respond if they choose. But maybe it worked for you and it didn't work for me. I don't know. And if you like a product, you can favorite it so you can come back to it later and compare. Like if you found it somewhere, it's like I was telling you to shop around, you can compare later on. Or just if you don't have the time to message them, just favorite it, and then you can contact them at a later time. I would definitely check out their description where you can see if they do like see OEM service, if they do put your logo on things. It says OEM is accepted. If you're looking at clothing, you can see what the material is. Anything that you would want to know about the clothing. If you don't see it on here, definitely ask them. And it tells you how many pieces they can do within a month, their capability. They tell you how it will be packaged and where it will come from. So right here it tells you that if you get 1 to 50 shirts, the estimated time that it will take them to actually ship the item will be 40 days. This is the lead time. It's going to take them 40 days before they even ship your item. Okay? I find that most of the times they don't tell you how long it will be before you actually receive the item, so you can ask them that when you contact them. And you can ask them for different shipping options. That's what I do to kind of bring up. If I don't need to receive it immediately, the slower like that, they may try to use the shipping method that gets it to you in 5 to 8 days after they've created it. That's not considering their lead time. They'll be like, oh, you'll get it in 5 to 8 days. Well, it's going to take you 40 days to even ship it out to me. If I can wait 10 to 15 days to receive it after you ship it out, then I can cut down the price. So definitely consider that. And then if you do that, if you want to, you're going to be basing your prices upon how much you spent. So if you do that, extending the shipping out to 10 to 15 days versus 5 to 8 days, then you're going to need to do that every time. So, because you calculated your profit and everything from that pricing. So you're going to have to be on top of your inventory. When you start to get low, you're going to need to make sure that you have enough time to get the item in again at that 10 to 15 days. Another website is globalsources.com. Most of the vendors on here are from overseas as well. And so it's the same concept. You can enter in what you're looking for, or you can, if they have it listed here, you can click on it. So let's say women's blouses, just like we looked at on Alibaba. Same kind of concept. They're going to tell you how much an item is a piece, how many pieces you must order in order to even make an order with them. So let's click on this. You have to get 300 pieces of this item at $4.60 a piece. It's going to take them 15 to 20 days to process your order. Oh, and I forgot to mention, you can get samples from these different companies. I only got a sample from one vendor and it was a necklace sample. But when it came to like doing my lashes, my lash boxes and all of that, I didn't do a sample order, and it worked out for me. May not work out for everybody, so definitely consider that. But the prices, they want to charge you outrageously basically to get samples, in my opinion. So that's why I didn't do it. But that is something to consider. So you can request a sample, you can request the latest price, which is what I told you that I would recommend. You can favorite theirs by clicking save for later as well. So the same thing, you can see the product details on this website as well. They tell you what payment methods they accept. They do the same thing on Alibaba right here. I like to only use ones that's going to take PayPal, which most of them don't want to do that because they know that you will make a report on PayPal if they don't do right. So, but I have a PayPal business card, so I only like to use ones that allow you to use a credit card. And that's what I use. So then if they do still, try to screw me over, I can still do what I need to do. You can send them a message just like you can do on Alibaba, and ask them how long it will take for it to get to where you are. Negotiate with questions. Also, you can try to find you some vendors on AliExpress.com. With AliExpress.com, it could possibly take a lot longer for products to get to you. because they have their shipping methods already set up on here. Their pricing and everything. You may could negotiate with them, but I haven't tried to negotiate with them. Like for this jumpsuit, this is cute. It's 12.33. They have the sizes that you can pick. They tell you for the e-packet free shipping is going to arrive by the 1st of July if you order today. You have buyer protection when you on AliExpress. I've always seen it on here. I don't know if there's products on here that don't have it, but yeah. So if a vendor doesn't send your product within a certain amount of days, or you don't get it within this time frame that it says you're supposed to get it, then you can have your money back guarantee, which I love. Less chances of you getting ripped off. You can click there and see what other shipping options they have. Unfortunately, this vendor, this is why I say sometimes you can be limited. This vendor only has two options. Both of them are going to deliver at the same time. So why would I pay $2.41 more to get the item when you're going to deliver it on the same day? But this is the way that it's going to be delivered, which is EMS e-packet, or if you choose this one, it's going to be using AliExpress standard shipping. So you check that out. You click buy now, or you add it to your cart if you're going to get more if you're going to get more things, and you can add it to your favorites by clicking here and come back to it later and save it and everything. Once you scroll down, you can see the product information that they have supplied, so you can see sizing and more pictures and things like that, and other things that they sell, so forth and so on. It's kind of more like eBay or Amazon when you use AliExpress.com. You can change the quantity of how many you want. They say they have 356 pieces available of this jumpsuit. So if you want two smalls, two mediums, like just add it to your cart and click this, do add to the cart. Mediums, add to the cart. Large, so forth and so on. You know how to shop, right? Same thing as shopping. Then what I find most useful is to go up to the name of the company, the name of the vendor, and to how long they've been open. And this right here is the most important thing to me on AliExpress. The detailed seller ratings. Well, one of the most important things. And that is scored out of 5. So item as described, 4.6 above average. Their items are usually just as they describe, but they have below average communication and below average shipping speed. So to me, they're not a good vendor, even though it says 95.7% positive feedback. If I'm wanting to be able to communicate with them because something is not going right, or I need more information, or anything that comes up and I need to say something to them, I know that I can't rely on them. They have the low average communication. And I know that if I need an item to be here by the time that they say it's going to be here, I probably can't depend on them because they have below average shipping speed. So I probably would look elsewhere for this product. One of the other most important parts of the listings on AliExpress is the customer reviews. They do not have any feedback so far on this item. So that automatically is going to turn me off even more. At this point, I'm not going to purchase from this vendor because their communication and their shipping speed is below average, and they don't even have anybody that said anything good about their product. So it could be that their product is good, but I need that verification myself, so I would not purchase this. With AliExpress, if you purchase through their app, you get a slight, like a couple of cents discount. So keep that in mind as well. So let's say I'm in the business of selling faux plants. So I'm going to type in faux plants. And I'm going to look and see what they have. I can see the amount per piece, if they have free shipping or what's their lowest shipping price. I can also see how many stars they have for their star rating, how many orders have been made, and the name of their store. So I can see a lot of information right from the listing page, which is great and awesome. And I can see good pictures and everything, and I can see if there's more than one color available. So they give you a lot of information right from the product, like the search results. And then they tell you premium related products as well. So definitely check out AliExpress as well. Now, some do's and don'ts, okay?